everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you are new here, thank you so much for joining me. My name's Holly, make food and fitness content. So we are going to be doing a little daily vlog today, guys. I actually wasn't really sure what to film for this week, guys. You guys would have known that my marathon series is now ended. I completed my marathon last week and I kind of came back and was a bit like, oh my God, like that was so much of my content and it threw me into the unknown a little bit. But I thought I just love vlogging and I love doing daily vlogs when I was in LA, so I thought I would show you guys a little bit more of what my life is like day to day, kind of like the normal days in Manchester, because I used to like love finding out what influencers did in a day. So this is going to be a day in the life of a fitness influencer living in Manchester. Pre-warning, this job some days is not as glamorous as it seems. I feel like the glamorous days are probably like 5%, where you get to go to really fun events, you get to go and meet people. The majority of it is filming content by yourself and doing admin in your flat. But I feel like it's so important to show those things, so I'm just literally taking you guys with me through my day. We are going to be getting a gym session in as well. I'm really excited. I really pulled back on the gym last week for the marathon and I've had 2 days rest and I just feel like I'm ready. So we're going to go to the gym this morning and do a push session. The majority of my mornings do literally look like this. I normally get up, have a nice coffee, get my gym kit on, and then I will sit at my desk and basically plan my day out and kind of see what tasks I have to do. I did actually set this out last night because I have quite a lot of things to tick off today, which is a little bit stressful, and this pad keeps me sane. I cannot even tell you how much it helps. It just helps me not lose my mind a little bit. So I think what I'm going to do this morning is actually go through and just do some of my quick ticks because they're really tiny things. So I just need to pay some invoices, check my emails, and plan out some content, which I'll show you guys how I do when I get to that. Okay, I've paid my invoices, I've done an ad, we've done all the admin that I need to do, and now the last thing I'm gonna do before I head to the gym is do my content plan. So I think a lot of people always kind of ask how to like plan content, because it's not quite as simple as just like throwing something on Instagram. I have this whiteboard that I'm about to show you, which is basically like a monthly planner, and I will go through at the beginning of the month and basically plan everything out. So with my job, being a full-time influencer, a part of my job is creating ads for brands. So a lot of the time those ads will be pre-negotiated before the month has even begun. So I will already have content that's set to go live throughout the month that basically will still need to be filmed, might be filmed already, but I just need to basically plan that in and then plan my personal content around that. So with me, I obviously do food content, I do gym content, I guess I do kind of like lifestyle content as well. So I like to have everything quite spaced out so you guys get a really good variety on my page. It's never too much of me or it's never too much of the food. I like to do it so every other post is something different, so it will either be food and then me and then food and then me. So I'm going to go through and plot everything out. I would just like to add, when I'm saying that I'm planning out my content for the month, I am not going to plan out for the whole month. You kind of need to leave room for like exciting things or like things that inspire you, so it's not overly structured. I just basically mean for like the week or like 2 weeks ahead. So it's currently Wednesday the 5th and today I've got piece of me content, and then tomorrow I've got food, which is an in-depth meal prep. One thing that I do within my content planning is I always have one day where I don't post a week. That for me is a non-negotiable. I used to post 7 days a week and it just was a lot, and I feel like when you know that you have a post going live, you kind of just like sit on your phone a little bit more. Like for me, like when I post something, I want to reply to comments, or I want to make sure that the content going up is like good and like it's not gone funny or anything like that when I've posted it, or you kind of get a bit drawn into like checking the likes and checking the comments. And I just feel like it's really important to just have like one day a week where you just switch off and you don't have that. That even is 2 days sometimes. It kind of depends on the week and like how I'm feeling. So for now, this is as much as I'm going to show you guys, but I will now go through and plot in any ads that I've got done, and I'm going to plot in kind of a rough plan of content for next week, but I don't want to give all of my content away. But I'm going to link this in the description box because if anybody's a content creator, it's really, really helpful. Okay, content has been planned. I'm feeling organized. I love doing quick ticks first thing in the morning because it just makes you feel like you've already chipped off a massive part of your list. So I feel like I've already done a lot this morning, which is good. So I'm gonna have some breakfast and then we're gonna head to the gym to do push. I think I'm gonna just have some eggs and a bagel. I'm never doing that ever again. Also, I forgot to mention, today we will have a big chat about life goals, fitness goals, what direction I'm heading in my life, because honestly, I came back from that marathon and I was like thrown into like chaos. Like, I know that sounds really silly and I'll go into it in more depth later, but I just ticked off like a massive milestone in my life. Like that first marathon is a huge milestone that I will remember forever. And 13 weeks just built up to that point. And I came back and I got into my flat and I was like, oh, like what now? Like, and I think a lot of people have this like post-marathon, almost like post achieving a goal, like blues. I'm gonna have breakfast, we'll go to the gym, and then I'll talk to you guys about that in more depth because I feel like quite a lot of people will probably be able to relate to that. So yeah, bagel, eggs, push, then chat. I've just got to the gym, but I was like sat here and I was like, right, I need to say some like gym affirmations. And my gym affirmations for the day are, I am literally the strongest girl in the world. I can lift anything and nobody is stronger than me. Those are the 3 things I'm gonna tell myself today to get me through the session.
Do you wanna dance?
Right, gym is done, push session done. I'm just gonna pop into Tesco's because I need to grab some little bits for a recipe that I'm gonna make later. So, sorry, I'm just putting my shoes off. I've just got back from the gym. I'm gonna run around, make a coffee, kind of tidy up the kitchen, put the shopping away, and then have a protein wafer. And I feel like then is a good time to sit down and have a chit chat with you guys. Let's talk goals post-marathon. Obviously, I did touch on earlier the kind of feelings that I had post-marathon, and I promise I will stop talking about the marathon soon. I literally just think today, I was like, all I've spoken about for the past few months is marathon, and I saw this TikTok that was like 1% of people in the world will run a marathon, and 100% of them will never shut the fuck up about it, and I'm like, it's so true. I promise this is kind of like me wrapping it up and talking about like where I'm going to be focusing on after it. So I got back on Monday and I had the weirdest brain day ever. I just want to talk about it because I feel like people don't really talk about these things. Like they kind of show the achievement, but sometimes like following a big achievement or something that's taken a long time to build up to, it can leave you like feeling a bit lost because you've just put all of your time and all of your focus into this. Like my life has revolved mainly around the marathon for the past few months, in the sense of basically it impacted every decision I was making for the past 3 months, and now I don't have that. And I got back and I basically just ended up getting into a really negative headspace on Monday because I just think I felt a bit lost and I projected that onto a range of different things in my life. I was feeling really negative about like my body image, and I was really like beating myself up, which is so strange because I've literally just run a marathon. I've just achieved something that not a lot of people achieve, and I just came straight back and was like, you're not doing well enough in your job, you don't like look great. Like honestly, a whole range of things were just going through my head, and it's so bizarre, but I can only think that it just came from, I just had this achievement and suddenly it was like, okay, that's done, like what am I going to focus on now? And my focus just kind of turned a bit negative, I guess. But I had one funny day, screwed my head back on, I had a therapy session, spoke to my therapist about it, and she really helped. It kind of, I think, also comes from a sense of not really being able to like accept a sense of achievement and not being able to kind of like live presently in the moment and be like, wow, like I'm just going to take a minute and I'm not going to think about what's next. I'm just going to think about what I've just done and what I've just achieved and just like enjoy that like bubble for a while. Like I have a bit of an inability to do that because I'm always focusing on like what's next. I did just come back and think, okay, well, what am I going to do next? I'm just funny because I'm about to talk to you guys about like what I'm going to do next in my fitness journey. That was basically just my headspace on Monday, and I kind of wanted to air it because I've never really heard of anyone kind of talking about it post the achievement. So if anybody is running the marathon in a few weeks, or if they've run the Paris Marathon, or if they've run a marathon in the past and they felt like that, I feel like it's completely normal and like you're definitely not alone. This is me basically telling you, because it wasn't something that I did, to just live in that moment. Like recognize your achievement, give yourself the space to really like feel that, and just be really proud of yourself, because I'm annoyed that I didn't really give myself the space to kind of do that earlier in the week. Like I said, that is going to sound so contradictory now because I'm now going to be talking about what's next. We're moving on now. We're on to a different part of our fitness journey, and that doesn't mean moving on in the sense of running's done. Running is definitely not done. Marathons are definitely not done. I feel like it has kind of like lit a bit of a fire in me, and it was the same thing when I did my first half marathon. Running and fitness wise now, I spoke to Lucy, my coach. I am staying with Lucy. I really love her perspective and her insight on running and weight training. She's so inspirational to me, so I feel like having her as my coach currently is a non-negotiable. I am currently in the mood where like I want my cake and I want to eat it. I want a bit of everything at the moment. I want to weight train, I want to increase my strength, I want to get strong, I want to build more muscle. I also want to keep running. I want to keep my running distances up because I feel like I've built up such good fitness. I don't want to lose that. So those two things will maintain in my fitness journey for now. I think I will always split weight training and running. I feel like currently I've got the best balance. One thing I will say is I have noticed over the past few weeks, especially when I was in LA, coming back, running the marathon, having a really high intake of carbs, my PCOS, I've mentioned this before, is in quite a bad place in terms of its flare-ups. My skin, and I hate talking about this because I know my skin isn't bad, but my skin is probably the worst it's been in a few years, and I can feel it hormonally. I can feel it in my body because I'm super bloated all the time. Like my lower stomach, the pain and bloating has been quite bad over the past few weeks. So aside from fitness in the gym, my main concern, I guess, or like focus is on that. With that, I need to be far more consistent with my food. So we're going to be focusing on strength training, weight training, and then food has to be consistent, which I am really excited to focus on, and I'm excited to do some shorter runs. Like I can't wait to do a 4K this week. Like how nice is that? Literally gonna go out, do a little jog, come back, and it'll be great. So that is my little goals update. I think I'm gonna get ready for the day. Then we have got a meal to film for Instagram, so I'm gonna talk you guys through how I film and edit my videos as well. It is recipe time. Let's get filming. I'm gonna film on the tripod that you are currently on. I will show you the tripod that I use. I will also link it. It's literally just one from Amazon. It is very trusty. I've gone through hundreds of tripods in the year that I've been influencing, and this one is actually, I would go as far as saying my favorite one. So this is the tripod, really nothing special, but this is also my little corner that I film in. So just pop it up. I've got an attachment I can put my phone in. Pop her there, get filming, and that is where the magic happens, I guess. I'll pop my tripod up so you guys can kind of see the behind the scenes. This is so good. Crispy Doritos chicken with a fajita creamy pasta. And the best part is I get to eat the whole thing now. When I mentioned that this job wasn't that glamorous some days, this is literally what I mean. I've actually been sat at my desk for the past 3 hours doing my tax return because, You have to do those things if you're self-employed, and maths and money numb my brain, so I'm not even gonna bother talking about it. But that has just basically been a massive portion of my day that I thought I would share with you guys, because I did say that I would keep you updated on what I'm doing. But I'm actually gonna just talk you guys through how I edit my videos, because I obviously showed you like how I film them and the tripod I use and stuff. I've got the iPhone 13 Pro Max, and I feel like the camera on it is amazing. So I film everything on videos, individual videos on my phone. Then I go into the app Splice. So some people use CapCut, some people use TikTok app now, but I just use Splice. So I always go into Splice, and you can see I've literally got all of my videos that I've ever made in here. Then with that, all you have to do is just add in all of the clips that you want to edit. So for example, this was what I filmed today, and I just basically, it's really simple. I just put them on a TikTok format, click create, and I'll go in and just cut it up until I get the video. After I've edited the video in Splice, I will then go into TikTok. TikTok is where I film all of my voiceovers. I feel like it's the best app for doing voiceovers in. I will then record my voiceover, add my caption. Whenever it's time, I will then post to TikTok. TikTok then automatically saves the file down to your camera roll. Then, to avoid doing the voiceover twice, I'll then go into Instagram, start to upload the reel, but click import, and you can import the sound from another video. So I'll import the sound from the video in my camera roll that I've just uploaded to TikTok. I hope that makes sense. I don't know if that's confusing, but basically it just takes the sound from the TikTok video that's in my camera roll and pastes it over the Instagram reel. That saves you having to redo the voiceover twice. But yeah, that is how I edit my videos. I'm gonna edit that food video after I finish my tax, because I've still not finished that. So I'm gonna do that. I've got a meeting as well at 5:30 with my manager. So I'll just have a catch up with her about brand deals that we've got going on, anything upcoming, just a bit of a general chit chat as well, and then probably check in with you guys afterwards. This is one of those days where I'm really grateful that I meal prepped yesterday. This meal prep recipe is going to go up on my Instagram tomorrow, so it should be up by the time this video is out. I am still doing the same thing, and it's currently 8 p.m, so I think I'm probably going to be here for a little while longer. I always underestimate how long tasks like this take me. I am probably going to sign the vlog off here, guys, because I'm going to be sat at this desk for a little while longer, and I can't imagine the evening is going to get more exciting than that, and I don't want to bore you guys to death. But I hope you've enjoyed today's video. Just a little insight into, to be honest, what 95% of my days look like as an influencer. Filming a video, 2 videos within the day, editing, doing admin tasks, and having a little gym sesh and a little food shop. That is basically the ins and outs of it. I hope it's been enjoyable and not too boring for you guys, but thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next week.